Can't see anybody. Except I can see me. All right, Jamie, Becky, and Deborah, hello. I can't see your pretty face. And Ashley. I am going to get started in just a minute. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great week and
She's just doing questions.
Ready for Monday. Everybody. Okay. Catherine's on too now. Oh, there she is. Well, Catherine and I can see each other. If anybody else wants to show their beautiful faces, we're all a hot mess, so don't be scared. I'm just going to pull up the questions and go ahead and get started. Oops. Here we go. Oh, no, I lost my people. You guys still there? I think you're muted. Oh, there we go. I asked you guys if you were still there, but I can't hear you anyway. Okay. All right. So the first question is from Catherine. She said, I would love to know about the verbiage you have been using when you talk to your under 100 PV ambassadors. So most of us understand that when you're talking to somebody about becoming an ambassador, it's really important for you to talk about the minimum requirement of 100 PV, okay? First of all, before they even join me as an ambassador, I talk to them about that, but I talk to them about that in a way, like this is how I talk to them about it. Basically, 100 PV has to go through your website each month. If they are already committed to the triplex, or at least if they're starting fresh, can give me a 90-day commitment to the triplex, I will let them know that they already qualified themselves, right? They're already meeting that 100 PV each month. The other thing I let them know is that moving forward, anything over that is straight commission. Also, your 100 PV doesn't have to come from just yourself. However, if they're not interested or open or willing to learn how to share, even with their close family and friends, that's not going to qualify them to be an ambassador, right? So they have to either be willing to, A, spend 100 PV each month themselves, or B, be willing to be coachable and share with their close family and friends to get them on board. Okay, but I talk about how they can make commission really, really easily by getting a few customers and getting their products paid for. Now, let's talk about the people that said, okay, no problem, right? And now they're not at 100. They don't need this product. They don't. They only like the gut products, whatever it is they're telling you, okay? What I do is this. I noticed that your PV has been under the $100 in order to qualify you as an ambassador. I'm wondering if you're open to trying a couple of our new products or one of our new products, depending on where they are with their PV, to get you to that amount, to get you commission qualified, but also to see the amazing benefits that this product can provide you. Or I can say to them, who do you know? Okay, family, close friends, husband, mother, uncle, brother, whatever, who you would be willing to start a three-way message with or talk to with my guidance and help if you want, to help them get started and on their way to feeling better in order to get them a customer. And I also mentioned, right, that by them doing that, they're also making money towards their products. Okay, again, kind of a no-brainer. in my opinion, it's the whole reason I started sharing. I mean, I'm very, very honest about that. I never intended to have a business, but I'm cheap. So I wanted to get my products paid for. And it just turned into something way more than that. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, I think it's important for us to just be open and honest with them and to explore all their options. If they are not willing to do A, B, and C, then they need to downgrade to a preferred customer. Okay. It's really simple. All they do is in their back office, they go to, I think, resources and then tools and then business forms. And there's the ambassador cancellation form. It walks them through the steps. They can choose to be a preferred customer. They can choose to totally cancel. It's all up to them. Okay. But it's super easy and quick. Oh, Jamie says she can't do the video. No worries, Jamie. You'll have to send me a picture so I can see your face. Okay, so that is, Catherine, does that help? Okay. I would like to know what you do if you have someone who is a customer, then they just stop. Do you contact them? How do you handle it? I don't know. I've never had that happen to me. Just kidding. It happens to me all the time. Okay, so please don't think that you're alone. Okay, people quit every day. In my back office, I have a list of customers, and there's at least 50 people who have tried Plexus and no longer take it, okay, for whatever reason it was. Mostly because they're inconsistent and don't want to communicate, okay? Here's the thing, guys, okay? People are going to quit, all right? You're not going to find a ton of people who are committed to their health journey and to taking products every day. And when you do find them, they're going to upgrade to an ambassador, okay? That's why having a ton of PV isn't the norm, okay? Especially as you move up in our company, it just isn't. The freedom lies in building your team is what I do when that happens. So first of all, I start out the relationship with my customers or ambassadors with a very open forum, right? I want to tell them, listen, the more you communicate with me, the more questions you ask, the more involved you are, the more successful you will be. I set them up for that. Whether or not they choose to interact with me when I'm following up with them or take my advice, I have no control over. None, zero, zilch, okay? However, I can make sure that I have been open. I've added them to the customer group. I follow up with them. But if they choose to ultimately stop or say the products didn't work for them because they didn't want to give them a fair enough shot or be consistent, bless and release. Bless and release. I will tell you, though, they do come back. So I never, ever, boot them out of my, follow-up system. But I'll check in on them now and then. I'll comment on posts and things like that. And if they're my friends, they're my friends. So I'm talking to them anyway. And I'll make fun of them, or I'll just, whatever. I'll just be me. And sometimes they come back around. But again, it's so exhausting and really not worth your time to drag somebody along, whether it's with the business or as a customer, because it's just going to be a hard road for you. Okay. We want to empower people to take control over their health, and that starts with our initial conversations. So I'm very, very vocal about how important their involvement is from the get-go. I can even sense now, since I've been doing this for a while, people who join me who I know aren't going to last long. I can just sense by the way that they're talking, or maybe it took them a year and a day to order the probiotic or whatever the case may be. I just know they're looking for any excuse to stop. And it's just they're not ready. And maybe they will be down the line. Does that help, Deborah? Okay. So you're not alone. Happens all the time. Promise. How do you get over the fear of talking to strangers? This is from Jessica Carney. Talking to strangers in public. And how do you make it feel genuine without seeming like a creeper? Okay. So first tip, and it's I don't know. I mean, it's nothing genius, but it's to smile when you're out and about. I can't tell you as a busy mom how many times I've gone to the grocery store or wherever I'm going with my head down with, purpose. That is not going to provide any, hey, Jessica, I'm answering your question right now. That's not going to provide any opportunity for me to perhaps meet somebody, to have perhaps hear something. So first thing I want you to do is to smile and to be listening and paying attention to your surroundings, okay? Don't be on your phone. Don't be, rude. You need to be a happy and inviting person for somebody to be even attracted to you anyway. But when I'm out in public, I just make it a point to wear something that has plexus on it if I can, hat, something, whatever, and to listen, okay, and to strike conversations up. One of the jewels, and I've done this several times, told me that what she does is when she goes to the grocery store, she gets in the longest line. Okay, where I was always looking for the shortest line, right? Because I had to get my butt out of here. Well, she's the smarter one, right? Because she was looking for the longest line, and she would stand in line and start conversations with people. You can start conversations about maybe something similar in your carts. You can start conversations about your day. You can start conversations about their shoes or give them a compliment or whatever the case may be, and just talk, right? I think the last thing that if it doesn't come up where you can kind of talk about what you do or whatever, I think, for me, what I typically do is I just say, it was so nice talking to you today. I love to stay in touch with people, and I'm always looking for, new friends. Like, are you on Facebook? It's as simple as that. And then saying, oh, you are? Great. Give them your phone and have them put their name in Facebook and friend them. What's the worst thing they can do? Be like, you're crazy, and you're going to have an awkward couple minutes before you both check out, right? Really? Are you going to die? No, right? But you might get a friend. And you want to genuinely be doing this to make friends, not to make a sale, okay? I know that I need as many friends as I can get. I'm not in the category of, filled with friends. I'm not done yet. So, I think it's important for us to genuinely just be interested in people and be starting up conversations, and people are going to be attracted to that. Okay. You're not in that line trying to get your plexus, material down their throat, right? You're in their line to make a friend and connect with them on a certain level, and perhaps down the line add value. Now, there have been times where I've overheard somebody be like, I'm so tired, or, they're sneezing and coughing, or like, I've been so sick. And I'll just say, I overheard what you said. That used to be me all the time. Here's my business card. I would love to connect. Are you on Facebook? That's it. You know what I'm saying? And again, all they can do is be like, you're crazy. So what? You know what I mean? Like, you weren't friends with them in the first place, so you're still not friends with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I think of looking at it as I have nothing to lose, but what do I have to gain? A possible friendship. I have the ability to possibly help somebody that's struggling and needs my help. Maybe we were put in the same place for a reason, right? So I think about those things, and I'm just as genuine as I possibly can be. So does that help, Jessica? Okay. All right. Becky, is there a limit of how many products a person should take? Absolutely not. However, there are products that you shouldn't take at the same time. Like, you shouldn't be taking Accelerator and Boost. Okay. They are an either or type of thing, depending on you as a person. And there's some videos on that. Almay Darling has a couple, but just YouTube Accelerator versus Boost, and there's lots of stuff on it. So the other thing is, there's certain things you shouldn't take at the same time, as in timing. Like, you shouldn't take Vital Biome with BioCleanse at the same time of day, right? They should be separated. because they can cancel each other out. But other than that, I don't see any barriers. I mean, I pretty much take everything except Accelerator and Boost and Edge. So no, I'm fine. A little crazy, but I'm all right. And then Becky messaged me a question that was longer, so let me pull it up. Okay. She says, what do you say when a person or people you're trying to trying to help, like try the products, finally go to their doctor and their doctor tells them, I would like to get this under control and see what's going on before you try new supplements. She said this has happened a couple of times from people who have IBS issues to hip bone breaking for no reason, thyroid, or pregnant women. Goes to a doctor and a doctor tells her there's no difference from what they're taking now. Okay, so a couple of things. Hold on. Jamie has a question. Is there a certain app or program that you use to create different and creative Facebook posts about product opportunity, etc.? No problem, Jamie. There is not. I just share my story. I think that it's important to look into attraction marketing, but it's also important to be you and brand yourself. So think about what's important to Jamie Pepperman and what makes you tick, and that's what your Facebook should be about. For me, it's organization, it's being a mom, it's Target, it's God, health and wellness, cooking, food. I mean, you have to think about what's important to you and build that off of there. I definitely would recommend following some diamonds to get some great ideas, but I also recommend tweaking them to make them your own instead of just copying and pasting things. I think a lot of times what happens is friends of friends see that we all post the same thing, and then it becomes very gimmicky. Okay, so make it your story. Share your story. Okay, how you're doing, strengths, weaknesses, and not even just about Plexus, just about life, guys. Be real. Okay, people like to see that, and people are attracted to that versus everything's perfect all the time. So back to Becky's question about, trying to share these products with people and then them talking to their doctors and their doctors saying that they want to try to get under control without supplements. It kind of goes back to the whole, if they're not ready, willing, and open to try something new, there's really not much you can do. I don't care what their doctor says or not, because for me, like, my doctors were saying the same thing, but what they've been saying for years wasn't working for me. So I decided to get myself some new doctors and try some things that were different. And you know what I mean? I think it has to do with the people. There's no convincing. I've never felt like I've had to convince anybody to try Plexus. It's all, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, my testimony, the thousands and thousands and thousands of other testimonies, also the science behind our products. I like to talk to people about how my doctors were and how they are now. And you can kind of share those stories with people too, is, doctors are becoming more and more educated on gut health and the microbiome and things behind it. But there are still many, many doctors who all they know is to prescribe medications. Okay. And that's what they do. Right. So what I like to talk to people about are like, let me know when you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, because I have an alternative solution that has helped myself and thousands of others not have to depend on medications or deal with side effects of illnesses and be told that that's normal. You know what I mean? But they have to be empowered to want to feel better. And the best way to do that is to keep them in your follow-up system, Becky, and to utilize your Facebook as a canvas for that, and keep on inspiring and educating folks. And reaching out and just saying, saying, I understand, but if and when you're ready to try something that has been proven by science to help people with your said issue, whatever that may be, I'm always here because it's my passion to help people, period. You know what I mean? Or you can say, if you find that that doesn't work for you, okay, because that's what I found, let me know. I'd be happy to share a little bit more about why our products are changing people's lives, including mine. Again, you're not shoving it down their throat, but you're saying when you're ready, and if this doesn't work out, which it probably won't, I will be here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best route to go. In the meantime, you're reaching out to new people, you're making new relationships, and you're finding other people to help. One of the book that we're reading, Get Over Your Damn Self, right now, in our book club, talks about never counting somebody that we're talking to. There you go. Yeah. Yay. It's the best book ever. Never counting somebody you're talking to as a shoe-in, right? Like a customer. You never count somebody in your funnel who's going through the process as a customer or an ambassador or anything to that nature until they're actually a customer or an ambassador. So you're always wanting to reach out to new people and new people and new people and keep that funnel full. I just had a call with Catherine before this, and we were talking about the same thing. In order to keep our funnels full, we have to be doing that daily activity, and that's reaching out to new people and finding the people that are open, ready, willing to try something new, to feel their best, and to take and empower themselves over their health and their finances. Another chat question. What if you reach out to someone and they say they have tried Plexus, but they didn't see any change while on it? Okay, so this for me, I say something like this. I'm so sorry. Well, first of all, I say I'm so glad that you tried it, and I'm sorry that you didn't feel a difference. Can I ask what you took and how you took it? Right? I'm going to explore consistency. I'm going to explore their issues and what they were taking, and if they were taking the right things for their issues. Timing has a lot to do with it. Consistency has a lot to do with it. I think a lot of people are unwilling to admit that they weren't consistent. Again, not being ready. But also there are some ambassadors who don't give you the guidance maybe that you need. And so I'm going to see if they had it or not, right? I'm also going to share with them that everybody I've worked with has had a 100% success rate if they communicated, were consistent, and found the regimen that worked for them. Because it's true, right? It's absolutely true. Even the people that failed in the beginning, because they finally realized and admitted to themselves that maybe they weren't being consistent, or maybe they weren't doing their part. So many people feel like Plexus is one of those things where you just take it and you don't have to do anything, right? You just take it and then all these miraculous things happen. And some things do. I will agree with that. But you still have to do your part in a lot of these situations. With what you eat, your exercise, you have to help our products be the most beneficial that they can be. When I get people that tell me that they're already healthy and they don't need Plexus, those are my favorite people, because they're the ones that our products are going to work for the best and the quickest, right? They're not going to even know that they could feel that good. We have some of those people on our team. And I think that's important to talk about, because they're already one step ahead. If they're already, not eating a bunch of sugar and carbs, and they're exercising, they're going to be blown away by our products, because they are already doing what it takes to help our products be the most beneficial. So that's a great thing to talk about too. When you say contact new people, does that mean contact them about Plexus, or just make contact with new people to start a friendship process? That means contact them about Plexus. So two things. When I first started this, I didn't know what I was doing. I was pretty salesy, and I would reach out to people and be like, hey, how's it going? Your kids are so cute, blah, 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 blah. And then I would mention Plexus. And everything before that seemed like such BS, right? I didn't really care about their kids or what they were doing. I just wanted to mention Plexus. So now, absolutely, I either mention it or I don't mention it at all. And so when I'm saying reach outs about Plexus, I'm meaning the intentional ones. So it's intentional of, I'm reaching out to you because I see A, B, and C in you, and I would really love to explore this opportunity with you and see if they can add value to your life. Are you open to learning more? When can you talk this week? Or I noticed you're posting about your migraines. Are you open to trying something natural that can help you find relief? Are you available tomorrow at 2? You know, those are intentional reach outs. If I haven't talked to somebody in a long, long time, but they give me an in or some way, or maybe I remember their personality from high school, I'm just going to say that, listen, I know we haven't talked in a long, long time. However, I see that you are the same as you were in high school. You know, people are so attracted to you. You have a large network, and I just think that you can run with this opportunity and bless so many people. Again, I'm not going to be, you know, I'm gonna just say what I'm thinking and say maybe what they're thinking. Like, listen, I know this is kind of like, you know, out of the blue, and we haven't talked in a long, long time, but this is what it is, you know what I mean? And you can build that relationship along the way. I've just found that if I do it that way, it seems more genuine. It feels more genuine to me, because that's my intention. And they feel that too, because I genuinely do care about how their kids are and what they're doing. But I think that when I say that stuff first, it can come across as I don't. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other questions? I think I got to them all. Look in the chat. I think we're good. Okay. Okay. For those of you who have joined the Let's Build a Business group, that is an awesome, awesome group for us to kind of just restart things, kind of think about what our Facebook's looking like, our reach outs, things like that, and kind of move towards our short-term goals. Ariel is a wonderful sideline of mine, and I think you'll learn a lot from that group. Those of you who are in the Maui group, you know, just try to stay on top of the tasks, challenges, assignments, whatever you want to call them. If you do them, genuinely do them, you will see progress. I also want to encourage everybody to find an accountability partner, and make sure that you are working to push each other versus just yak and chat, and kind of have that relationship where you can make sure that you're getting your IPAs done to achieve your goals. So make sure that you're talking to your sponsor, or you have an IPA or accountability partner set up so that you can move towards your goals. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday and a beautiful week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.